Yo, what's going on? Can come back to, reclaim a level, but it has to close above, that level or at that level or, close to that level and have some kind of, momentum in that direction. But you can see the momentum went down. It created this bear flag. And that was my main reason of getting in this trade, as well as two doji candles, which means indecision in the market. And so indecision means reversal. Therefore, I was able to catch this big dip. And now I got in about right here and I added when it broke this level. It broke. And I took majority of my contracts right here. I was out about 90% and I was holding a couple of runners. And I was expecting to see it, go here. But I think I sold like right here. But yeah, that's the first play. And that's exactly how you can profit off a bear flag. Simple, easy. Anybody can do it. You just have to stay disciplined to the strategy and wait for it to, print. Then you can follow. As well as, okay, and then it went lower. I like to switch between a 5 and a 15 because it gives me a broader look at the market. And so I seen it was going to bounce here. It had potential to bounce here. So I already had my box here. So I set a line here to see if it was going to hit. And therefore I was looking for calls. Okay. And so it did. It bounced, came up. And when it came up, I was looking, back testing to see where it could potentially fly at, because would fly at without resistance. And so I was looking right here at this base level to where it created, what was this, 2 days ago? And yeah, it created this. And after that, after this resistance, it had no other resistance to stop it until here. Yeah, until about there. Until about here, because this is today, right? Yeah. So I knew from down here it had potential. Wait, that's later, but I knew it had potential to come here, at least here, but most definitely here for sure, because it had this big gap that it had to fill, that it had to come back and reclaim. But it's not reclaiming; it's just retesting, and it's gonna probably break lower and come back down here, end up back down here at the end of the day. But yeah, I got in some spy calls when it came back up. It crossed this line, crossed my line. As you can see, it was forming perfectly. Like, this is textbook. A plus. This is what you call A plus setup, man. And then yeah, did my measuring. And I was scaling in on the way up. I believe that's what's able for you to get the best profit, if you are able to scale as you're, getting in, because you don't just want to put all your eggs in the basket at the same time. You want to, like, not tiptoe, but like, what's the best way to describe it? Like, cautiously put your eggs in the basket, because you don't want to dump your whole eggs in the basket and you're wrong on the trade, because you could possibly be wrong. It's not always 100%. These A plus setups are, like, I would say they hit 80 to 90% of the time, mostly 80, because I went, but 90%, because as you can see, on a good day, when the market is bullish, especially. But yeah, these patterns hit 80 to 90% of the time. So all you got to do is put your money in and trust them, or trust me, because I can, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just showing y'all what I'm doing on my journey, and hopefully motivating or, aspiring you to get up off your ass and do this or become something. So yeah, because this is life changing. Y'all haven't seen it yet, and I know it. I haven't really seen it yet, but I know it. I know what's in it, and I can't wait to show this and let people be inspired by just how I live my life and how I do things and how my mind is and how I just move around the world utilizing my mind and puppet to nobody. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that way, that part. So the next play I took was QQQ puts. As you can see, the market drop, SPY drop. And like I said before, SPY is the same as QQQ basically. It's just a tech form. And another one is the best 500 of the best companies. So QQQ, we about to pull up. Here it is. Yeah, it look beautiful. All right, it's literally the same pattern, man. That's why I like to have multiple computers or multiple laptops or multiple charts, really, because you could really just run it up off your phone for real if you had a skill. And that's the thing about this skill.